This is what every forex trader should do to break out in some certain level of failure in forex trading. When you have a trade that look like this, this is Crash 300. I know it's difficult for people to trade, but once you have confirmed a cross like this in this place, you have this approach. When we tell people that what we do is accurate, but most times they don't believe because some of them have this belief system, a fixed mindset. Look at here and look at the outcome at this very place. Look at it. Why I have not closed yet? Look at this. One will say, it is not live trade. Who told you that it's not live trade? Who told you that it's not live trade? Who told you? Did you see any demo? Did you see any demo here? I don't know why some people cannot accept to see growth. Rather, they prefer when people are faking things. So, what are you going to be doing? You visit your higher time frame. It's as simple as that. You visit your higher time frame. This thing is approaching to this place to make a crossover. This place. This thing is approaching here to make a crossover at this point. This one is approaching here to make a cross. So you can just allow a small spike to drop first. Then when that spike comes, then when you check your higher time frame, you will discover that in that higher time frame you still have an opportunity. There is this line behind this place that will not allow this market to cross over. So if the spike should pull back a little, that is to say that of a truth that the sellers have entered and they will not allow this market to go beyond that. So by doing so, you now have to go down to your 5 minutes time frame. When you go down to your 5 minutes time frame, this thing have indicated a sign to cross over. It have indicated a sign, a spike sign here. So that is the reason I entered. So what I did was that I was looking forward to see a breakout from this point. So why haven't I closed the market? I'm expecting that this thing will come back a little, at least to correspond to this place or possibly this place. And if you watch what I have here, they have reached the agreement. So to avoid maybe waiting and losing everything, I can also close. But even if I close now, I am still on profit. I'm not losing anything. I'm not losing anything, but just that we have this mindset that we use money to get money. All right. So based on that, the next reason why I may be closing is because of this trend line, because here is a key level, here is also a key level, and maybe a key level want to form here. So if this thing did not break out after 2 minutes time now, if this candle should open again and it did not drop immediately after that one, that's to say that the next challenge will be coming. The next place it may be dropping is somewhere here like this. So after this candle now, it did not drop and cross this trend line. Let me just show you what I'm saying, because sometimes people focus more on strategies, they don't do the needful. So look at why I will close that trade. Look at this. Here is a key level, here is another key level, there is a reason why that thing did not cross this previous line. So you must have this thing at the back of your mind. Now when this one now did not cross over this line here again to be able to break out from this place, that is to say that it want to form a base at that place, which is called a head. So now, which means it want to form something. Then if that did not happen, that is to say that it will be having issues somewhere here at this point, this place. This is where it will be having next issue. So at that point, it can be crossing over to this place, so which I cannot allow that market to get to that level. Do you get that? I cannot allow that market to reach to that level before closing it. So everybody have a pattern or approach to their market. Some trade candlesticks, some trade whatever, But look at this. Look at this. So this market crossing over to this place here gives me a bigger opportunity that I should hold, that if it crosses over this line and succeed in closing this thing, which will take about 10 minutes. And if you check how fast this thing is, the 10 minutes will consume all those things. Get that straight. It will consume all those things. But it's going to drop a little more. It's going to drop one more time. So if this thing should cross over to this place, that is to say that the resting place will be here, but not this candle that will do all those things. The next candle will open and make a move like this, then and start dropping to help it have a balance. Then it will drop and get here. Then at this point, it will start going back to this place again, except there is a seller's momentum that will break this thing out. So what I'm telling you is that in this market that is structured in this pattern, a lot of things are involved. So you don't just wake up in the morning without doing your analysis and you just rush into the market. No, you don't do that. It's wrong. You don't do that. There are certain things you should put in consideration before you start making attempt of trading. Like at this point now, this place is ranging to make a short. You know, it's planning to take a short to move to upper direction. But why it's not acceptable to trade here is because of what I showed you. The 1 hour time frame still have an imbalance candle. At this point, it still have opportunity to push down a little bit, you know. So at this point, you don't do any scalping. What you should be looking forward is for spike. Do you get that? So this is how simple this thing is. This is how simple this thing is, guys. And it's not as hard as you think. Just simple technical knowledge, just knowledge you have inside of you. Then you use indicators to see fake out and make sure that you will not trade against the trend. Just as simple as that. And if you check the MACD histogram, you will know that the MACD is balancing to push down, though this is not the issue, because after here you can still start forming big lines to go back to where it was coming from. So you know, so don't make such a silly mistake when trading in the market. You too can do this as I am doing it now. All right, so feel free to make this market your pattern. Don't be afraid to trade in forex trading. Don't be afraid. You know, don't be afraid. When I say don't be afraid, don't be afraid. You can trade and make cool cash. You can trade and stand out in this forex errors and all the rest of them, and you can still make money, cool cash, and become who you want to be in the forex world. So this is all I have to tell you this very minute, and I'm going to make a video to put up the indicators because I don't want this one to be long. So I will put up the indicators so that you can be able to see all those things I have here and how I used it. My name is GDFX. I want you to stay positive and stand strong. Did you see that? Did you see that it did not, because of that line, because of these key levels? Don't joke with key levels. I'm going to make a video on that before I drop these indicators. All right, thank you so much.